Hey, Lynn, wanna join us in Kirishima's room? We're having a sleepover, I guess, Mina said when you greeted her at your dorm room door. A sleepover? Sure, give me a second, he replied. That's how you ended up in this situation. There was 7 people there, including yourself, Kaminari, Kirishima, Mina, Sero, Jiro, and surprisingly Bakugo showed up. You guys started off with playing Truth or Dare, Bakugo insulting everyone whoever he got an embarrassing question. Everyone knew he was enjoying it though, since he didn't leave, and was always eventually did whatever he asked to do. Let's play Spin the Bottle, Mina suddenly said once Truth or Dare was beginning to get boring. No, several people winced. Mina huffed. Fine, what about 7 minutes in heaven then? Kirishima has a closet right there. Sounds better than having to kiss one of them, Jiro said. Hey, Kaminari and Sero said, sounding hurt. She rolled her eyes at the two. All right, everyone, put your phone in here, Mina said, somehow holding out a bag. Everyone put their phones in the bag. Some had more reclusant than others. Mina happily placed her phone in the bag and made everyone get in a circle. Once she practically pushed Bakugo into his place in the circle, she sat down in between Jiro and you. You put the bag in the middle. Who wants to go first? She said. I'll go, Kaminari said excitedly. Reaching into the bag, he pulled out a phone that had a dark case with music notes on it. Jiro's phone. All right, 7 minutes starts when you close the door. Mina winked as Kaminari closed the closet door behind Jiro. 7 minutes felt like forever, especially since Mina let no one take their phones from the bag. Even when it completely was quiet, not much could really be heard from the closet. It either meant that they were completely silent, or the closet was magic. Do you hear anything? Mina whispered to Sero, who was sitting very close to the closet. A little bit of laughing. What type of closet do you even have, Kirishima? Sero asked, walking back over to the group. Bakugo was leaning against the side of the bed with his eyes closed, and Mina was guarding the bag from Sero and you, who tried to take your phones back several times. All right, you two, 7 minutes is up, Mina yelled, running over and opening the door. That felt lot less than 7 minutes, Kaminari said, standing up, offering his hand to help Jiro up afterwards. Yeah, who's next? Jiro asked, taking his hand. You two put your phones back. We're playing until everyone has gone once, even if everyone has to go multiple times, she said, causing everyone except Bakugo to groan in annoyance. All right, Kaminari, choose someone to go next, Mina said, as everyone sat back down in their places. She shook the bag with the phones, filling some people with concern. Several people went before Kirishima was chosen to go. He reached inside the bag and pulled out a recognizable phone. Yours. This is your phone, right, Lynn? He said, smiling. You blushed and nodded, causing Mina to wink at you while going into the closet. 7 minutes starts now, you heard Mina say from the room. So, what do we do now? You asked, as Kirishima sat down in front of you. Mina said nothing interesting has happened lately. What can we do that be interesting? Kirishima asked. You blushed, knowing that Mina has been talking about. She was hoping they'd catch 2 people kissing, but you weren't going to tell him that. I don't know. What do you think is interesting? You asked. He moved a bit closer to you, causing you to blush more. Only Mina knew of your crush on the spiky red-haired boy. She'd been his friend since middle school, so you hoped she'd help you give some advice. Not really. We could just talk. 7 minutes will probably go by really fast, he said. I don't want it to go by fast, though, he said, blushing a bit. Well... You trail off, not knowing how to respond. Sorry, I made this really awkward, he laughed, scratching the back of his neck. It's fine. I just don't know how to respond to that. You chuckled nervously. It was completely silent, causing you to blush out of embarrassment. You had no idea what to say to him, and it was only more awkward being silent. This isn't manly at all. Lynn, I love you. Will you go out with me? He said. You blushed even darker. Thoughts were going through your head as quick as race cars. Is he really asking me out? You thought, of course. Yeah, I like you too, he nervously replied. You do? I knew Ashita wouldn't lie to me, he said happily. What? Mina told you? When? You said embarrassed. He chuckled nervously. I asked her accidentally and sort of made her tell me. Sorry. Did that make you uncomfortable? You shook your head. No, I just hope that she didn't tell you on her own. I'm glad she did. He smiled, moving closer to you, putting his hand on your cheek. Yeah, me too. You said. You were inches apart, and your gaze was locked on each other. He closed his eyes and pressed his lips onto yours. You shut your eyes and kissed back. All right, you two. 7. Mina threw open the closet doors, but stopped seeing that you two seemed to be busy. I told you they'd be kissing, Mina yelled as both backed away from each other. You were blushing in embarrassment from getting caught. Hey, it hasn't been 7 minutes. It's only 12:40 when you made us go in there. It was 12:45, Kirishima said, pointing at the clock. Mina, you yelled at her. You two shouldn't be sitting so close to the closet door. Then I wouldn't have heard you two, she chuckled. I'm going to bed, you said in embarrassment. You went quickly to the door and started going back to your dorm. Wait, Ian, Kirishima ran down the hall trying to reach you. Well, what? You asked, blushing in embarrassment as you turned towards him. He chuckled when he stopped chasing you. He quickly pecked your lips before beginning to head back to his dorm. Good night. I love you. He smiled. He blushed even more. I love you too.